shows the inside of a courtroom with George Coe as himself as judge, sitting behind the bench, Jan Hooks as prosecutor Alex Taskmaster, Phil Hartman as public defender Pete Dender, Philip Seymour Hoffman as defendant Joe King, Norm MacDonald as a bailiff, and 12 members sitting in a jury box. Coe bangs the gavel and says, "Come to order. We are now continuing the trial of State versus King, 22 CF 666. When we last left, the State had rested. Defense, will you be putting on a case?" Hartman: "Yes, Your Honor. Defense calls defendant Joe King as a witness." Hoffman gets up from the defense table and walks to the witness stand. Norm MacDonald takes out a Bible, which Hoffman places his hand on. MacDonald: "Do you swear, to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God?" Hoffman: "Was Jesus a Jew?" Coe: "Mr. King." Hoffman: "It's Juris Dr. King." Coe: "Answer the bailiff's question, yes or no?" Hoffman: "Well, I figured people knew Jesus was Jewish, but fine, yes." Hartman: "Please state your name and spell your last name for the record." Hoffman: "Juris Dr. Joseph King. K is in key, I is in is, N is in never, G is in give up." Hooks: "Objection, Your Honor." Coe: "What's the objection?" Hooks: "The defendant is trying to prejudice the jury by making a motivational sentence. Key is never give up out of the letters of his name." Coe: "Overruled." Hartman: "And how are you so employed?" Hoffman: "I am employed as the executive producer of the #1 audio-only sketch comedy show on the video platform YouTube, featuring an all-dead cast, Saturday Night Live SNotL. It's like SNL, except everybody's dead." Hartman: "And who employs you in this position?" Hoffman: "Tom Murphy." Hartman: "And what does your job entail?" Hoffman: "My job entails putting together an audio-only sketch comedy show, as well as a show within that show, another audio-only sketch comedy show, Saturday Night Alive." Hartman: "And if you could explain the genesis of how you came to be so employed?" Hoffman: "Well, my employer, Tom Murphy, wanted to put together a show where he could honor deceased entertainers, okay? He decided to do it in the vein of SNL, in that there is a host every week, as well as a regular cast, okay? And since I'm his alter ego, he made me EP. Hartman: "Now, when you say in the vein of SNL, what do you mean by that?" Hoffman: "Well, we are paying it homage, okay? We aren't copying it because we can't think of anything original or anything like that, but more as a way of saying, we like you, SNL, okay? And boy, we think it's just a swell way to honor the show and all the dead entertainers and politicians and all that shit and all of that, okay? And we're always nice, okay? Particularly at SNL, we never disrespect SNL. Hartman: "No further questions." Coe: "Cross." Hooks: "Thank you, Your Honor. Now, Mr. King." Hoffman: "It's Juris Dr. King." Hooks: "You're a disgrace to the bar, and I refuse to call you Juris Doctor." Hoffman: "Objection, Your Honor." Coe: "Defense, are you going to allow your client to object while he's being crossed?" Hartman: "I don't give a shit. I get paid the same either way." Coe: "What's the objection?" Hoffman: "Your Honor, as a lawyer, I think it's only fitting I myself get referred to as Juris Dr. King." Yeah, Toots? Hooks. Excuse me? Hoffman. Oh, nothing. Okay, you just seem like you need to get bent over and scream for daddy. Shows Chris Farley in the jury box faint and fall out of the jury box. Coe bangs the gavel. Order! Order, I say! Mr. King! Hoffman. Juris, Dr. King! Coe. Juris, Dr. King, in my courtroom you cannot imply to the prosecutor that she'd be in a better mood if she allowed herself to be taken submissively in a sexual manner. Hoffman. Why's that? Is she already your bitch or something? Shows Chris Farley, who had just waken up, fall down and faint again. Coe. One more smart remark and you'll be held in contempt. Do you understand? Hoffman. Yeah, whatever. Coe. State. Hooks. You said you never disrespect SNL, correct? Hoffman. That's correct. Hooks. Yet 2 episodes ago, you allowed Johnny Carson to call SNL a 50-year-old windbag, correct? Hoffman. Dead from the earth. Hooks. Objection, Your Honor. The witness is trying to get out of answering the question by using the phrase that ends the cold open. Coe. Sustained. Answer the question. Hoffman. Yes, okay, well, Johnny may have said that, okay? It's just because he didn't follow our notes, okay? Johnny just does his own thing. Coe. How is the jury member? Is he better now? Cuts to Farley with a bandage on his head who says, Dead from the earth, we're not alive. It's Saturday Not Alive, starring John Belushi, Chris Farley, Phil Hartman, Jan Hooks, Norm MacDonald, Gilda Radner, Danitra Vance, and many other special deceased contributors. Musical guest, Leopold Stokowski, and your host, Don Rickles. Everybody, Don Rickles. Applause, applause, applause. Rickles. Thank you so much. The dead studio audience looks great. Other than the maggots chewing your skin off. Shows Chris Farley in the audience with a maggot chewing on his ear. Rickles. That fellow over there must be Evander Holyfield with maggot Mike Tyson going to town on his ear. How'd you die there, sir? Farley. Drugs. Rickles. Well, the drugs weren't diet pills, I'll tell you that. Anyway, I was known as an insult comic. For the dumbasses here, that means I'd make fun of people. So who put themselves out there more than presidents, right? No, that's not a Monica Lewinsky reference. If it was, I'd say they put themselves out there all over her dress. But I thought I'd talk about some of our modern presidents for a little bit. We'll start with our current president, Joe Biden's teleprompter. That teleprompter once referred to Vice President Kamala Harris as the First Lady. They call women who kill their husbands black widows. But my understanding is Kamala's only half black. Some people claim Joe's son Hunter tried to make a buck selling access to his daddy. His customers just wanted to laugh at the old guy trying to put a sentence together. Or how about his predecessor, Donald Trump? Could you possibly find someone who more appropriately rhymes with the word dump? Trump is still claiming the last election was stolen. However, his hair has decided to side with Liz Cheney. And then you have Barack Obama. The poor guy got pulled over by the cops during his inauguration parade. There's not too much there to poke fun at with Obama, though. He's practically skin and bones. Have a burger or something, Barack. But one thing you can say he muffed. His vice president was Joe Biden. What if something had happened to you, Barack? The presidential car at your funeral wouldn't have been able to afford gas. And one thing I can't figure out is how George Bush became president. George Bush. Who's next? James Vagina? John Pussy? Ralph Ladybits? And then, as I mentioned earlier, Bill Clinton, the man with the kamikaze sperm. His jizz really gives new life to the term whitewater, huh? Speaking of Monica, she recently asked Beyonce to remove from her song Partition the lyric that says a man Lewinsky'd all over her gown. Hey, sweetie, if you don't want Beyonce singing about cum on your dress, how about you try swallowing next time? Anyway, we have a great show tonight. Leopold Stokowski is here. So make sure to wear a cup, as I'm sure he'll play Nutcracker. We'll be right back.